Letter number 17, Airmail, October 31st, 1943. Dear Margie, I didn't expect to be writing another airmail so soon, but today I saw Jim Angus. He just landed and is anxious that his mother know that he is okay. Will you let her know? It will be a week or so before he will get word to her, as you know. He certainly looks much better, although he was pretty tired, dirty, and with about 3 days' beard. If you can picture him like that, he was always well groomed. Met quite a few of the other lads from Petawawa. Got a letter from Mother yesterday. She is apparently still at BB and at Armstrong's. George is about done for. She is waiting for Dad to get a place at Windsor. He seems to be having trouble getting a suitable place. Last night, 6 of us went to the Plough Horse, a pub, then about 2 miles to another called the Eli, where we met the sergeant corporal and 2 of our lieutenant. We had quite a session and didn't get in until long after lights out. I was the only one without a pass, but think things can be fixed up. The limey beer is flat stuff to drink, but it has a terrible kick. Anyways, we had a lot of beer. I intended going to see Art Bowyer today, but slept in until late, then had washing to do and a few haircuts. Have a few more to do before the end of the week, besides getting my own cut. Well, darling, this is Halloween night in Canada. Over here it's just the evening of October 31st, at least it's not celebrated. Guess they wouldn't appreciate kids running around playing tricks over here. Well, darling, this is about all for the present. We'll get a straight letter or so on the way this week. So, until then, and hoping for a letter from you. All my love to the swellest girl in the world. As ever. Roger XXXX. Letter number 18, straight mail, November 4th, 1943. Dear Margie. Well, darling, 2 letters received from you this week, 1 airmail and 1 straight, so feel I am doing okay. We are at bridging now, so have about 3 weeks of our training left and then on to tops, I hope. I will be pretty sore if it doesn't materialize after all this fooling. I told you I had met Jim Angus the day he arrived, saw him again today when his section was over for training. Quite a few lads from Petawawa arrived, some I had trained with. Canada must be pretty well cleared out by this time. I think I mentioned the air raid the other night. It sure caused excitement. One Jerry bomber came over apparently after the airfield, but the anti-aircraft was too hot for him, so he circled the town dropping 3 eggs, all landing in the field. He also dropped flares which lit up the whole countryside. It was then the ground guns got him. He went into a dive right over the hut and blew up in a crash about a mile away. It's the first to get through in 2 years, and he didn't have a chance once they got his range. Sid and Clarkson were returning from London and saw one bomb light. It shook the train and gave them all a scare. Some fun. Now we are on an air defense picket for a week and can't leave the camp area. Our officer McDean has left us for the field. We were sorry to see him go. He was the best I have had so far, and I have had some good ones. The new officer seems not too bad, but it's hard to say just yet. One thing, he will have a hard row to hoe, as the lads will compare him with Dean. I'm sorry to hear that Jim and Kay are separated again, rather a tough break after Kay going away out there. I hope they have more time together before he leaves. What is Kay doing there? Did she take a job? I had to laugh when you said that one of your dresses fitted rather snugly. Don't tell me that Junior is showing signs in just 3 months. Gosh, every time I think of it, I feel I should be home with you instead of this fog-soaked half-acre of island. Boy, I burn up when I think that I could have gotten out of it so easily. For the first time in my life, I feel that I am wasting time and am a detriment to everyone. I think it's all a big excuse and a racket. What do you think, censor? Really think? Well, it looks as if the war will end a little sooner than we planned on a year ago. That is as far as Germany is concerned. Then we will have Japan to contend with and Russia to help us. Well, enough of the groaning. I have a trigonometry paper to finish and would like to get it done tonight. I will only have 3 papers left then to finish the course. You mentioned in your last letter of sending my Christmas box. I hope you don't go to any trouble over a present, dear. This is 1 year I rather you didn't. Just small essential things like soap, blades, things like that. Another reason is I can't return a gift. I tried all over reading in Farnborough but couldn't find anything suitable to send, not even a good picture. Anything I could buy, seemed so cheap looking and junky. By the way, did you get my cable graph for your birthday? I tried to hit it right on the day. Did I? Well, darling, guess this is all for this letter. We'll write again on the weekend. All my love, Margie, and take good care of yourself. Let me know how things go with you. As ever. Roger XXXX. Letter number 19, straight mail, November 7, 1943. Dear Margie. Well, darling, here it is Sunday again and a real lazy day for me. I had a shower, cut hair all morning, and after dinner lay down for a fiver but didn't wake up until supper time. We are duty platoon, so are confined to barracks for the day. I would sleep all day, when this is the first clear bright day we have had all week. The last few days have been on wet bridging, pontoon bridges, rafts, etc. It rained all Friday and Saturday morning and we all got soaked to the skin. However, I like bridging fairly well, although there is a certain amount of heavy lifting entailed, but the time goes fairly fast and that is what I want. The sooner I get this training over, the better I will like it. Just when we will get started on the course is more than I can say. Before Christmas, I hope. Sid is in hospital with the flu. He went there Saturday afternoon. There are quite a few have it and they aren't taking any chances of it spreading. The slightest indication will land you in the hospital. I hope Sid won't be there long, or he may be stuck off company strength and would be separated from us. Got a letter from Paul. He has a good job loading and unloading at Port Talbot. Is living in a private residence and seems to be having a good time. I must answer his letter this week. I finished another trig paper the other night, so that leaves only 3 to do, but they are 3 sticklers. However, I hope to get them completed by Christmas. If the topo doesn't take up much time, I may continue with some other course. It's a good way to put in time and may be of some benefit in the future. I went into Farnborough yesterday afternoon, hoped to see Jim Angus, but he was out. However, I met a corporal I chatted with at Petawawa and we had a lunch. Rye buns, sausage, and a bottle of brown ale. It wasn't too bad at all. I hope to get my new clippers and scissors, but no luck as yet and am doubtful if I can get them. Could you send me a pair of barber's scissors and a couple of combs? Tried to get some Christmas cards as well and found 2 suitable to send, the rest were just trash. Well, darling, guess this is all for tonight. Hope to get an airmail away this week. How about the aerographs? Have they come through at all? How about giving me the numbers of the letters you have received and the dates received? I have a record of all letters sent, so I will have an idea what is the best way to mail. Well, darling, guess this is all for tonight. Have said this twice now. All my love to the best girl in the world. As ever. Roger XXXX.